Hi everybody, welcome to my tarot reading channel. This is a Primal tarot reading channel, and what that means is it's a more specific reading for basically your life path number, instead of just, let's say you're a Pisces and you get a Pisces tarot reading. It's very general because it's not incorporating the Chinese zodiac. So if you're a Pisces, you also have a Chinese birth year animal. And when you combine the Pisces with whatever birth year animal you have, it becomes a more specific to you as an individual. Because in the regular monthly zodiac, there's only 12 different animals. And that's just a broad spectrum. So it's like every 12 people that you run into, they're that zodiac sign, right? But when you narrow it down to a Pisces plus the Chinese zodiac year, let's say it's the year of the dragon, so you're a Pisces dragon, that just increased it to over 100, 1 out of 100, over 100. Does that make sense? You know, if you don't understand the Chinese zodiac, kind of look it up online, find out what it means. You may know the birth month sign of Pisces, which is, February 20th to March 20th. But if you're, let's say you're the year of the dragon, that's like you were born in the year 2000, that's the year of the dragon. So the combination of Pisces plus dragon would make you a primal zodiac animal called the firefly. And if you want to look up what the firefly is specifically to you, go to primalastrology.com. It'll explain the description. It's basically like rewording closer to your life path. Now, life path specific goes down to the day and the actual time of your birth, but we can get a lot more in depth when we're doing Primal Zodiac with you for the tarot readings. Does that make sense? Now, the reason I'm doing this is there's a number of reasons. I have another channel. I'm actually a metaphysical and spiritual practitioner. I'm not a psychic, but I happen to be naturally good at tarot and intuition. So technically, yes, is that a psychic? But I don't like to call it that, because we all have psychic ability, and that's what I try to waken you up with the spiritual awakenings on my other channel. My name is Brandon Ryder, and my other channel is called We Are One, and I have over 180 videos on, manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, all that stuff. So if you want to go check that channel out, please do so. I've had it up for about 2 years, but I've had some inquiries lately for some reason, and I thought about it. I said, man, I used to be really good at tarot reading for individuals. Why don't I do that for the Primal Zodiac? Because it's not being done right now on YouTube, so we can get you more specific answers that's more catered to you. And I'm gonna have to apologize, because it's gonna take me a long time to get to your sign, because if I'm only reading for 5 signs per day, and let's say it's the year of the dragon, that's 12. I have to go through the entire zodiac, so Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, so on, and all the way up until Sagittarius is December, and that's just for 1 year, the year of the dragon, right? Then I have to move on to the next year after that, whether it be the year of the dog, the rooster, what have you. So it's going to take me a while to get to your reading, but the reading that I'm giving to you is going to cover your entire life. And the specific reading that I'm doing is called the Emerald Lotus Divination, and it's a spiritual path reading. It's very simple. It's only 5 cards. But I can go in depth to do your spiritual path, because, like I said, I'm not per se a psychic, but I'm spiritually in tune with spiritual journeys, spiritual paths. I'm a spiritual teacher, and I'm a spiritual coach on my YouTube channel and in real life. So I want to teach you a spiritual tarot reading. Now, if you came from my channel to watch this one, just know that I talked about tarot, like whether it's good or bad. Tarot originally was associated with paganism and witchcraft. And yes, witches did use it. But it's just like anything. You can use something to benefit others or to harm it. The dog, your pet dog, is, it can be trained to be loving and be a lap dog and love you and get petted and all that stuff, or you can train it to kill. The same thing you use for tarot. And the reason why tarot is important is because the universe, so you believe in symbolism. I talk about in my video, you see symbols, number signs like 1111 is the spiritual awakening number. You see that on your clock and this stuff. If you waited around for all these signs, it would take years. But the tarot compresses that time and slams it to you all in one real go. Because you'd have to sit back and pay attention for months on end to get all this information. And if you're not on a spiritual journey and raising your vibration, you'll never be able to get those symbols in time. The tarot is a compressed symbolism deck from the universe, basically. So whoever's reading it to you is giving you all those little signs, like, all at once. So you understand, instead of be like, oh, last week I saw, a road sign that said, be positive. Okay. And then the next month I saw, the clock's at 11:11. So on and so forth. It would just take forever. It's confusing, and you probably just like whitewash, wash it out as just like coincidence. But the tarot deck doesn't allows the time for coincidence. It's all compressed and directed to you from source, right? And there's a couple of things that I do in my tarot reading, just so I can explain it to you, so you can't see it because, and I'm sorry, I have to run the camera vertical because you won't be able to see the cards in the pan scan, and just the way I have a camera set up, I need to get a better camera system going, and you'll be able to see the whole table. But I've got the 5 elements on the table. You can't see them, but I've got fire, earth, metal, water, and wood on the table while I'm doing the tarot reading. So also something else I do is I ground myself. That's what I talk about in my other channel all the time. Grounding yourself. My feet are planted to the floor. I feel like I'm connected to earth, and the roots and strings are going into the earth, connected to the trees and all living source throughout the earth. My feet are attached to that. I'm breathing, relaxation, and I'm pretending the universal light is coming into the tarot deck. And I wanted to tell you that I'm using the Rider tarot deck for 2 reasons. On the cover of the tarot deck, it shows the magician. This is the card that's on the cover of the tarot deck. My last name's Ryder. My name's Brandon Ryder, and I've been called the magician before because of my manifestation abilities. So it just makes sense. This is like the most well used because it's got the most detailed little nuances, because all the things that are in the picture are actually symbols that you use to interpret it to give the reading, if that makes sense. So you see like the flowers are growing. He's holding up his wand. He's got the number 1 up top. The number 1 is spirit, that represents spirituality, and he's got the infinity halo above his head, which means he's connected to the universe, and he's like manifesting, plants, and he's got the cup there, which he's manifested the sword, the wand, the cup, and the pentacle. He's got the gift of creation, and you have that gift of creation. What your thoughts become reality, and you manifest what you bring into your life, whether it's good or bad. And I talk about that in my other video. But that's why I've been called the magician before in the tarot, because I teach this stuff. So, I feel connected to this deck. That's why I use it. And I know it's the most used deck amongst tarot readers anyways, but I feel it's kind of personal when I explain to you what that was and why. Now you may ask, like, why don't do any other type of reading spreads? Is because I want the spiritual path reading. This is what I'm here for. I don't really I do a love reading for somebody or a career reading. That's not my thing. Since I'm attached to spiritual teaching, I'm going to give you the spiritual path tarot reading, if that makes sense. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Watch my next video where I start doing the Primal Zodiac readings, and I hope I get to yours soon. Thanks.